everybody, how you doing? This is Tracing Roots, Telling Tales Tuesdays, Genealogy with Donna, and this is episode 58, When the Story Doesn't Match the Records. So this is family lore versus family truth. Family stories are often rooted in truth, and I have found that out my very own self. Most family stories don't come out of nowhere. There's always a kernel of truth in them. They're passed down for a reason, but over time, the details shift, the names change, the timelines blur. So, real talk is that stories may not be exact, but they often point in the right direction. Why records and stories don't always align. Records were created by humans, and humans make mistakes. Come on, when have you not made a mistake? So you add in memory gaps, language differences, cultural changes, intentional omissions, and suddenly the truth isn't so simple. Mike had an ancestor come over from England, and his last name was Crooks, C-R-O-O-K-S. They changed the name at the port of entry, which I believe was Ellis Island, because it didn't sound like a good name, a positive name. And so they changed it. So we do have the ancestors showing up as Crooks in England. So it was changed when the son came over to the United States. Well, it wasn't the United States yet, but yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was in the 1800s. Anyway, I'm still tracing how they came up with the name and whether it's accurate. I have seen it on one piece of paper, and that is the shipping document. I'm looking through the register of when they came through and hoping that I will get that clarified. Why records are... Yeah, okay. What do we do when you find a contradiction? When the records and the stories clash, don't panic. Don't pick sides immediately. And that's hard to do. That's very hard to do. You go, no. But you have to wait. You have to gather more evidence to make sure that whatever side it is, the truth side, that you've got the documentation to prove it. Look at multiple sources before deciding what's most likely to be accurate. Respecting the story while seeking the truth. Family stories carry emotional weight. I have a few of those stories, and it is emotional weight to find out the things that you thought you knew you didn't know. And there's documentation to prove that what you thought isn't accurate. Now, that's hard. And I want more information now because I've got some sketchy stuff going on, and I'd like to show that things were lawful when they happened. So even if the details aren't correct, they do reflect identity, pride, pain, and legacy. You can honor the story while still researching the facts. And there are some stories that weren't out there that by you tracing your family tree, you find the stories, you find documentation for that story, and then you have the accuracy. Now, the fact is, do you share that? Do you document it and just, you document it? So if anybody looks at the tree, they see it's documented, everything's fine. Or you go and tell everybody what you found. Right? That's hard. Letting the truth be complex. Not every story has a clean ending. Oh boy, that's true. Sometimes the answer is, we don't know for sure. There are two possibilities. The truth is more complicated than we thought. That's where I am right now with one of my lines. So real talk, genealogy isn't always about being right. It's about being honest. And even if you find that honesty, do you share it? And if those people have passed away and you're 2 generations later, is it really necessary to share it? Or to just document it in the line? I don't know. Let's discuss. The goal isn't to prove the story was wrong, but it's to understand more fully what really happened. And that's interesting, to say the least. And I would love to talk to the people involved, but unfortunately they've all passed away. So my only way is when I go to the next level, and I can ask a bunch of questions. And I don't think that they're interested in me going too soon, because then I'm going to be asking them questions. So there you have it. Genealogist is always inquisitive, always wondering, always asking why. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Our weather will be warmer, I'm sure, at some point, maybe by the weekend. We had an ice storm here in Big Bear, and it didn't fare too well for the lilacs. We had several branches that snapped, so we're kind of sad because they were looking so majestic. And I have a heavy sweatshirt on because I was at the farmer's market when it was 39 degrees this morning. But I got what I needed to have, and I'm back home. So there you go. Anyway, take care. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.